Conditions in DMC systems allow an integrated control of diseases. Plants have access to a balanced and regular supply of water and nutrients. It makes them healthy, and they can invest more in their defense mechanisms to gain a good overall resilience against diseases. The diversity of plant species and varieties constitutes a physical and biological barrier to disease propagation. Organisms of the microbial community release a wide range of antibiotics and hormones in the plant's environment that strengthen their natural defense mechanisms. The abundance and activity of beneficial organisms limits the growth of pathogens, therefore reducing the incidence of diseases. Good oxygenation of soil profile also contributes to the inhibition of pathogens, as they are mostly anaerobic. Furthermore, the splash effect, which consists in the projection of contaminated soil under the crops left by raindrops, does not occur anymore with the permanent soil cover. All of these conditions prevent the occurrence of diseases in DMC systems. Besides, overall conditions in DMC are favorable to the establishment of natural enemies of pests and allow an integrated pest management. Similarly to disease control, a good supply of water and nutrients increases resistance to pests. Most pests need to feed on simple food sources like carbohydrates, amino acids, and inorganic nitrogen. However, if plants have access to a regular and balanced nutrient supply, their metabolism will not accumulate these nutrients in excess. Consequently, their tissues are healthy and less appealing for pests, which reduces the occurrence of pest attack. Maintaining habitat diversity enables to restore an ecological equilibrium between pests and their natural enemies. In order to achieve this, farmers can introduce plant species known to attract natural enemies of the pests. Farmers can also associate crops with plants that release insecticides or repulsive compounds. Pests will move to more attractive plants that farmers can grow on the field's margins. This way, pests are removed from the crop. When these attractive plants are under heavy pest pressure, localized application of insecticide is possible. This way, insecticide is sprayed on the field's margin and does not disturb crop metabolism or biological community. In plow-based cropping systems, plants suffer from water stress and irregular nutrient supply under the form of chemical fertilizer. This unbalanced nutrition disturbs plants' physiology so that their tissues accumulate carbohydrates, amino acids, and inorganic nitrogen. This abundance in simple food sources is appealing for pests. Plants become their prey. In addition to this, natural defense mechanisms of crops are weakened by their inadequate nutrition. The little contribution of microorganisms in plow-based systems does not provide plants with beneficial compounds that would help them to resist pest attacks. In this situation, crops are susceptible to suffer from pest attacks. The use of pesticides and fungicides allows a temporary control of pests, but in the end, it makes the pest problem even worse. Crop physiology is further disturbed by the use of chemicals, making them more vulnerable to pest attacks. Furthermore, chemical pesticides induce strong ecological disturbances by killing biodiversity and, more precisely, pests' natural enemies. It creates an environment free of enemies and full of simple food sources. This situation enables pests to proliferate, which is the reverse of the expected result. Under such conditions, the implementation of integrated pests management is not easy. Pest pressure is too high, and the habitat in plow-based monocropping is not friendly for insectivorous organisms. As a result, despite of, and actually because of, the recurrent use of ever more powerful pesticides, plow-based agriculture is rarely able to grow healthy crops.